Good morning and welcome to the Enrollment Management and Student Success Update for July 23rd, 2001. Ryan, if you want to go ahead and get started.
Good morning, everybody. So here's my presentation. First one that we've been typically talking about is an indicator is our applications. As you see, the trend continues to be up over the year. This past week, the exact same number. We had 60 applications in the last cycle I looked at, and it was 60 a year ago. So staying kind of on that trend line. Picked up some more high school 2021 grads as well. Over this past week, that number jumped up 10. Here is our fall 2021 head count as of the end of the day yesterday. We are at 2140. You'll see the breakdowns with continuing, returning, transfer, and FIDIAC. My reminder is that our fall 2020 head count last year was 2312. But as I look at next slide, this gives a comparison of where we stood a year ago to this date with fall 2021 and fall 2020 numbers on the screen. When you look at it, we're actually up 22% in head count, 16% in credit hours, and 16% in our billable credit hours compared to a year ago. And as of the other day, we are up 3% in head count compared to fall 2019. So continuing to trend a little bit above our head count number for pre-pandemic, which is obviously awesome. And one other thing that I wanted to throw in this week, Tracy helped pull this information together, updated our information, sent over to me the MICSA, which is the Community College Student Services Association. Here's the enrollment report as of today. I highlighted where we're at. It's sorted based on change in head count. So we're one of the top in the state as far as head count numbers compared to others. Doing well in credit hours in comparison to others as well. So that's exciting to see that we're up near the top yet again for a semester as far as growth compared to last year.
All right, so you see mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so my area is tracking and trying to increase retention and graduation rates. And one of the things we are doing are tracking students who are taking courses outside of their path of study. We've implemented an alert system, and as of this morning, we have contacted 190 students who are enrolled in courses outside of their defined program of study. We have had positive responses, updated a lot of programs, and changed schedules around. In comparison to last year, we have more than doubled our program changes. So this outreach has been effective. Another thing we are tracking are FIDIAC retention rates from fall to fall and fall to winter. We are hoping to increase this by 2%. We've pretty much blown that out of the water. As you can see, our current fall 20 to fall 21 retention for this group of students is at 66%. We have 159 of those students registered as of this morning, so we're doing very well there. Our focus really the last couple weeks has not been on this group, but more on our current registered students that hadn't paid. So we have dereg this week. Scott also asked me to report out on a new procedure that was updated regarding withdrawals, just so campus is aware. Students in the fall will be required to communicate with their instructors and provide proof of that communication to the registrar's office before dropping classes. So what you see here is just information on that we have posted on our website, and also the revised add drop form, which explains this information and then has the faculty signature required on it now. And that is all I have.
I will go. All right. I'm going to share our goal. One of our big goals for the communications department has been creating high-level awareness for the Michigan Reconnect program. I think if if you're in the county and you're eligible for this program, or even if you're not eligible, if you haven't seen our ads by now, I'm not sure what's going on, because I think we've really started to reach almost the point of leveling out or diminishing returns, because we've communicated this so well and so effectively that I think everyone who's eligible for it knows it. But we're going to continue to push anyways, just because we want every single person we can to take advantage of this program. So as of July 22, we have 8,551 unique page views, which is essentially visitors to the Michigan Reconnect portion of our Monroe County Community College official website. We started out originally with a goal of about 4,000 by May 1st, and we smashed that pretty quickly. So we adjusted our goal to 10,000. We were pretty aggressive, and it's going to be, it might be tough to get there because of what I alluded to earlier. But 10,000 is the goal by the start of classes, and we'll need to hit 350 unique page views each week the next 4 weeks to reach our goal. But I think we can get there. We've got the Monroe County Fair coming up. We've got a campaign currently running, and then we can do some unique things organically to do that. So obviously these are the ads. Variations of these have been ads, flyers, signs, digital ads, billboards, you name it. A unique thing we're doing for the Monroe County Fair, I did learn yesterday that we're going to have a truck in the fair. I'm helping Scott with a Michigan in the parade, fair parade, with a couple of big signs that will be on the side of that truck as we walk in the fair parade. And then we've also got our giveaway set for the fair booth, where we give out thousands and thousands of giveaways. It's going to be usually, as usual, smoking hot at the fair outside. So when they come inside to visit us, we'll give them a nice sunscreen so that they can protect their skin, and also get a nice message about Michigan Reconnect and free tuition if they're 25 and older and don't have a college degree as they visit our booth. We're continuing with the high demand campaign. Right now, our campaigns that we're running, our paid advertising campaigns, are half Michigan Reconnect, half of the dollars and strategies are targeted at that, and the other half are at publicizing our high demand programs and pushing registration. So you see all of those different ad units there. Here's the numbers for Reconnect awareness. You can see here that as we started in February, great awareness all the way through March. This is when the program really launched, through April, and then we continue. This is where our ad campaigns really began to keep that awareness through May and June. And then July, a little bit of a drop, but now we're returning. This is where we pulled off on our advertising for a little while at the end of the fiscal year, and we lose people a little bit during the 4th of July holiday. Fall registration awareness, I took this all the way back from the beginning of actual winter semester, to see and track how the registration page is viewed by visitors. And we get all the way through, typically it's like, less than 100 a day. And then we get into summer registration, fall. You can see these giant peaks and valleys. And this was right at the beginning of July. Some of our major email pushes and our new ad campaign started, and you can see where that really pushed up when we had a whole bunch of stuff going at once. And then it just kind of continues to stay around that 150 level to 100 level each day. Over the course of that time, 14,000 page views, over 14,000 page views to the registration page, with an average of 2 minutes and 50 seconds on each. And direct entrances, which means our advertising is really working, our postcards, etc., are all about 5,000, right to the actual registration page. High demand, really not marketing these at all in a paid sense from February to March, and then you see as we start to actively market them from mid-April to the end of May and into June. We really kind of focused heavily on Reconnect here. That's why you don't see much. And then I tweaked it again as July 1 started, and you see some very high activity for the high awareness programs, and there's a long list of those that we're publicizing. And that's it for me.
So in the financial aid office, we are continuing to track our FAFSA completion rates, and our 2021-22 FAFSA completion rates are looking very good. As of this week, we now have over 1,000 students registered for the fall. who have completed their FAFSA. That's up more than 100 students from last week, and we continue to see that the majority, or more than half of our FAFSAs being filed are for those individuals who are 25 years or older, which we know is due to the Reconnect program. And our Reconnect numbers continue to trend upward a little bit based on the verification relief that the U.S. Department of Education has given us, where we don't have to collect so much tax documentation for the 21-22 year now. They've given us that relief because COVID is still ongoing. We were able to move quite a few additional files through the awarding process for Reconnect because we're able to bypass the additional document requirement for the state programs as well. And then in terms of just monitoring the number of students that have completed all the requirements for Reconnect at both the state level, and they've met all of the school requirements in terms of having a complete financial aid file. 60% of those students who have made it through the Reconnect awarding process at the school level are actually enrolled for the fall, so that's fantastic. And then finally, we are just continuing to monitor our Reconnect funding. Again, you can see that we award a great deal more than we anticipate paying out when the semester begins. When we're looking at that awarded amount, that is the annual amount for both fall and winter. And that is based on the assumption of full-time enrollments. Why you see the disbursement number so much lower than that is not only are we looking at just a single semester for the fall, but 83% of both our frontliners and Reconnect students are enrolled part-time, less than 12 credit hours. In fact, the vast majority are enrolled somewhere between 6 and 8. And so, of course, the Reconnect and Frontliners funding is based on what the dollar amount for their tuition and fees will be. And when they're only enrolled the 6 to 8 credit hours, it's quite a bit less than what we anticipate at a full-time load. So those are the notes that I have for the Reconnect funding, pretty much the same as what has been happening the past couple of weeks. And we just continue to move students through the process.
All right. Well, thank you all. Great work to you and your teams. And we will see you next week.